Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Well, welcome to the Wayne Room. Tonight is Stan Daniels' night. The man to my left. And he's going to play a portion of his repertoire. And I give you Stan Daniels.
Food I eat, wine I drink, you I love. What's to talk, what's to think, you I love. Waltz I dance, war I fight, you I hold through the night. Air I breathe, gold I spend, gun I shoot, horse I ride, and while heart beats inside, you I love. Every time I see you for the first time. My heart is filled with wonder, I cannot believe my eyes. Every time I touch you, I tremble like the first time. The thrill of it is always such sweet and complete surprise. Even after all these years, you utterly astonish me. Each kiss is still a miracle. And every time I've loved you, I think at last I know her. We can't get any closer than this, but then I see you and fall in love. I see you and fall in love. I see you and fall in love all over again. Beautiful, beautiful. Hello, yes, this is the residence of David Kolowitz, the famous actor. You know, this is Marlowe, the butler. Who's calling, please? Miss Garbo? No, I'm sorry, Mr. Kolowitz can't come to the phone right now. Pardon? What? Oh, yes, of course I can tell you why not. He's screwing Dolores Del Rio. That's why he cannot speak to you. He's screwing Dolores Del Rio and may not be disturbed till he's through. No, he can't call you back at 5:30. At 5:30 he humps Alice Faye, then Jean Harlow at 7, Mae West at 11, and somewhere between them, Fay Ray. No, tomorrow I fear is no better. He'll be banging Jean Arthur at 10, Carol Lombard at 1, Myrna Loy, Irene Dunn, half an hour for dinner, and then he's booked solid till midnight, at which time it's Dolores Del Rio again. Yes, I could set you up an appointment, but the waiting list's endless, I fear. Ruby Keeler's been waiting 6 months now, Betty Davis for over a year. No, next Friday is out of the question. Cancellations are simply unknown. There's Miss Dietrich, and then it is time for Miss Bennett, and no Constance. On Tuesdays it's Joan. No, next Wednesday you haven't a hope, miss. He stoops Sylvia Sidney at 4. Then May Murray, May Clark, and then after it's dark with L'Amour and Lamar, it's Amor. Then as usual, just as the nightcap, it's Dolores Del Rio encore. There might be an opening in April. If you promise you won't take too long, you'll go right after Madeleine Carroll and just before Anna May Wong. Ah, no, wait, that's not any good either. No, that time slot is Merle Oberon's. I forgot that she offered to swap with Joan Crawford, who had traded with Lily Paul. Please, it's no good your weeping, Miss Garbo. And it's no use your taking that tone. You can rave, you can rant, Mr. Kollowitz simply can't come and talk on the phone. He's screwing Dolores Del Rio, and he wants to be, well, you know, alone. I'm not at all the sort of girl who can simply give herself to just any man. I have a very special kind of man in mind. Unless a man's the sort of man I'm speaking of, then he is not the sort of man that I can love. The man I can love must have a nose, no more than 2 eyes, and about 10 toes. He must be 6 feet tall, at the very least 5. I can't love just any man, he must be alive. The man of my dreams must have a chin, some eyes and some ears, and if possible, skin. He must be very, very handsome, or else very, very near. When, oh, when will the man I can love appear? I know you will say that I am aiming too high, that I am chasing an ideal, that such a man cannot be real. But I'll search for him until the day that I die. Exist he must, this perfect creature. Oh, I have seen his every feature. That I love must have a spleen, and some things in between. He must be bald as a pearl. I can love only that kind of man. I can love only that kind of man. I can love only that kind of man, or that kind of girl. Yeah, I'll sing it, sure. Yeah. You came into my life, and no words that I might employ will ever tell you what a joy you've been to my life. This world that once seemed an endless race, a wild, confused, chaotic chase, all seems to fall into place for me. This world that once seemed so cold and bare, an empty, worthless, hopeless affair, now is filled with warmth and charm and grace for me. Sweet contentment and peace passion and tears are strangely mingling in me. Nerves and muscles I never knew existed are strangely tingling in me. My once frigid, rigid logic somehow is leaning for me. Words I once was convinced were mere noises somehow have meaning for me. Spring looks so green to me. Fresh air smells so clean to me. Music sounds so sweet to me. Even waking up is a treat to me. Happy thoughts are all I bring with me. Smiling's become a thing with me. Blue skies are 10 times as blue to me. Keats and Shelley are getting through to me. Never has it all been so full, so fair, so rich, so rare, so real, so right, so gay in my life. And so will it be forever if you'll just stay in my life. I found the greatest prize any mortal could ever win. The moment you came in to my life. Pussycat, oh pussycat, whose pretty kitty are you? Climb upon my lap and let me stroke your fur. I can tell you like me from the way you purr. Are you lost? And are you cold? We'll have some milk, kitty do. Then come curl up by my fire, never more to roam. Pussycat, you found yourself a home. If I loved you, time and again I will try to say all I want you to know. If I loved you, voyage wouldn't come in an easy way. Round in cycles I'd go, longing to tell you, but afraid and shy. I'd let my golden chances pass me by. Soon you'd leave me, off you would go in the mist of day, never, never to know how I loved you. If I loved you. There's an old man called the Mississippi. That's the old man that I long to be. What does he care if the world got troubles? What does he care if the land ain't free? Judgment Day, Old Man River, that Old Man River, he don't know nothing, must know something. He keeps on rolling, keeps on rolling along. don't plant cotton. Them that plants it, soon forgotten. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along. You and me, we sweat and strain, bodies all aching, racked with pain. Tote that bar, flip that bail, you get a little drunk, you land in jail. I get weary, I'm sick of trying, I'm tired of living, scared of dying. But old man River, he just keeps rolling along. Can't be serious. Are you totally blind? Did you really picture me as such a girl? Are you an imbecile or just out of your mind? I mean, look at her. I mean, look at me. Tell me truthfully. Look me straight in the eye. Did you really think that I would get this girl? Well, that's incredible, though I do not deny for a moment, one ridiculous moment, one magnificent moment. So did I. This is another one of the Colonel songs. Less and less, I like this Jakubowski. Less and less, I like him more and more. Less today than yesterday, and twice as less than what I did the day before. When we meet, I feel but slight aversion. Then to mild repugnance I progress. After that, repulsion. After that, revulsion. Day by day, I find it more and more. I like this person less and less and less. I am not the clever man. To see my brain 2 times you'd have to look. Nor am I a learned man. Since 10 years old I never read one book. Still from what I see of this world as through the years I go, is one thing that I learn, is one thing that I know. Love is a cocksucker. Love is a son of a bitch. If you're wise, you will block your ears anytime love calls. For although love may warm your heart, it will break your balls. Take my word for it that love is a horse fucker. Love is a pain in the ass. Makes no difference you're beggar man or on throne you sit. Love don't give a damn who we are. Treat us all like shit. Of course, since I am but a simple man, a sparrow's foot, my thoughts may not be worth, but I swear to God that love is the filthiest cocksucker. Love is the goddamnedest cocksucker. Love is the loveliest cocksucker. On this earth. So nice being with you, just being with you. It's so nice being with you. I wish it would never end. Wish it would just go on and on and on until there are no more stars to wish upon. It's so nice being with you, just being with you. It's so nice being with you. I wish it would never, ever end. He hasn't got taste, he hasn't got poise, he never talks sweet like the other boys. Wouldn't I be a fool to fall in love with him? He hasn't got sense, he hasn't got class, he don't know a mug from a demi-tasse. Wouldn't I be a fool to fall in love with him? He never buys me presents, he's thoughtless and he's rude. His clothes look like some peasants, he's crude. He'll never make good, he's silly and dim. So if I should fall in love with him, well, wouldn't I be a fool? Wouldn't I be a dope? Wouldn't I be an hopeless, brainless sham? Yes, I would, and I did, and I am. How do you do? I'm a bed. A bed in this charming hotel. I know you will say beds don't talk, and you're right, but I mean, it's a musical hell. If you can accept people suddenly burst into song, you can buy this as well. Now where was I? Ah yes, I'm a bed, mattress firm, French provincial, size queen. And as a bed in this hotel, there's many a story that I could tell, for I see a side of people that seldom is seen. If you know what I mean. Yes, you know what I mean. Over the years I've observed many thousands of them, the scum of the earth and the crème de la crème. And there's something I've learned which I'll share with you here. While each person's unique, it could not be more clear. In one respect, all are the same. Ils sont tous les mêmes. Tout la même. Prince, slave, hero or knave, everyone yearns for romance. Hag, lass, scholar or ass, every soul burns for romance. Scoundrel or paragon, angel or tot, faded old crone, jaded old fart. Even within the most cynical heart lies the dream that forever enchants. Everyone yearns for romance. These are the on-track choruses. 1 year, short skirts are in. Next year, they'll looked on askance. Wars end, others begin. Armies retreat and advance. Medical miracles, each year a slew. Hearts are replaced. Frightening but true. Out with the old heart and in with the new. But whatever heart science transplants, it in its turn also will yearn for romance. Lines and wrinkles appear, still we all yearn for romance. Aches, pains, new ones each year, still we all yearn for romance. Eyesight and hearing deteriorate, hairlines retreat, waistlines inflate, sexual powers discreetly abate. We wear diapers again in our pants, still we all yearn. Still we all yearn for romance. The music of Manhattan seems so brash tonight. The vista from my terrace is a bore. The lamplight and the roses seem to clash tonight. Someone doesn't love me anymore. My wise and witty friends don't seem so bright of late. The opera and the ballet are a chore. My favorite songs all sound a trifle trite of late. Someone doesn't love me anymore. What a world, things I used to laugh and sing and cheer about. Lately I don't even want to hear about. Can this be the same world as before? New York is just a town no one relaxes in, and travel just a huge revolving door. And April's just the month I pay my taxes in. Someone whom I very much adore simply doesn't love me anymore. In the hassle and the haste, things get broken and misplaced. But regardless of the frantic way we scurry about, people's uprights, people's grands could not be in safer hands. With your piano, there is not a thing to worry about. Now there are bureaus I have battered, chandeliers that I have shattered, and not just the kind you buy at sales. There are some Adams Brothers highboys that were scraped or scratched by my boys, and some corners I have chipped off Chippendales. I've also accidentally pried boards out of Louis XVI sideboards, knocked the legs off an armoire by Duncan 5. I've mashed to pieces an entire dining suite by Biedermeier, but I never lost a piano in my life. No, he never lost a piano, no. He never lost a piano, no. He never lost a piano in his life. Lady, 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 just relax. I've been in this business 30 years. True, I've caused some minor heart attacks, but word of honor to this minute, I have never harmed the spinet. So you see how very foolish are your fears. You see, I see. You see, she sees, she sees. I broke 6 bottles of a dandy 1910 Napoleon brandy. Guy who owned it tried to lick it up, poor slob. I burnt an autographed edition of some Mozart composition, almost made me give up smoking on the job. I've broken LPs by Azawa, dropped the safe on a Chihuahua, had to scrape it off the carpet with a knife. I've ripped to shreds a Dior peignoir, stuck my elbow through a Renoir, but I never lost the piano in my life. No, 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 he never lost the piano. No, he never lost the piano. No, he never lost the piano. No, 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 he never lost the piano. No, he never lost the piano. No, he never lost the piano in his life. Day by day since he left me, my self-reliance grows, my confidence increases. Then he walks through that door, and I just fall to pieces. I'd worked so hard at being tough and independent, I had really tried to grow up. Then when I finally am that close to achieving it, that bastard has to show up. Why today of all days easy? Why today of all days slow up? I was so nearly ready, I was feeling so heady. I had put the past behind me till he came here to remind. Why today of easy? Damn him, damn him, damn him. Steady, I'd have been on my feet again, self-contained and complete again, if he only had stayed away just one more day. That's all it would have taken. That's all I would have needed. Just one more day. In just one more day, I'd have been so much stronger. I'd have had things in perspective, free from bitterness and pain. I could have faced him without any trace of rancor, without needling or berating the man. I could have maybe even thought about how deeply I once loved him, without hating the man, if he'd stayed away but a single day longer. He'd have found me so objective, calm and sensible and sane. I could have faced him without any trace of rancor, without needling or berating the man. I could have maybe even thought about how deeply I once loved him, without hating the man. I'd have been in control again, self-sufficient and whole again, if he only had stayed away just one more day, just one more day, a week at most, at the outside a month. Say a year to be safe, say a decade, say two, say a century, who gives a damn what we say? In 1,000 years, I'd no more be free of the hurt and the tears than I'm likely to be in just one more day. People perish, things decay, nations, cultures fade away, forests wither, mountains erode, oceans dry up, stars explode. But where love is, something remains, something lives on and on and on. Where love is, something survives after the lovers are gone. Just a trace, just a whisper in the wind, just a sparkle in the mist, a shimmer in the air. Just a trace, and yet somehow you can tell someone once loved someone there. Where love is, something endures, light years beyond the last goodbye. Where love is, something remains that will never die. Just a trace, just the echo of a dream, just the shadow of a kiss, the fragrance of a sigh. Where love is, something remains that will never die. When a man rides up on a bicycle and offers you a cup of coffee, ask yourself, is it instant or perk? Ask yourself, will it keep you awake? Carefully weigh the pros and the cons of the matter at hand as you conceive it. Then all things considered, take it or leave it. When a man rides up on a bicycle and offers you a bar of toffee, ask yourself, will it stick to your teeth? Ask yourself, are you getting too fat? Calculate all the good and the evil entailed by your choice before you make it. Then all things considered, leave it or take it. But with love, do not hesitate, do not worry whither, why, or whether, because love is a bicycle of a different color altogether. When it happens, let it happen. When it happens, don't be too smart. Don't ask questions. Don't destroy it. Just enjoy it with all your heart. When you meet it, don't mistake it. Take it, take it. There and then. When it happens, let it happen. It may never happen again. Bye-bye, my dearidums, bye-bye. Sorry, my dearidums must fly. Somewhere in Germany there seems to be some problem with this Kaiser fellow. Not to care, once I get there, he'll be a sadder, wiser fellow. Kiss, kiss, my dear-dums, kiss, kiss. Pity to interrupt our bliss, that I shall take Berlin, returning in the twinkling of an eye. Till then, my dear-dums, bye-bye. Mr. Reginald Walter Fotheringham III, and the love of his life, Miss Winifred Jane DeVore, were embracing when James the butler brought in the word. The United States of America was at war. What a bore, what a bore. Reginald at that moment was all puckered up, but then, patriot that he was, he quickly puckered down again. Had a sip of champagne, turned to Miss Winifred, straightened his silk cravat, smoothed down his hair, and said, hum, hum, hum. Bye-bye, my dear-dums, bye-bye. Must fly, my dear-dums, must fly. Somewhere in Germany there seems to be some problem with this Kaiser fellow. Not to care, once I get there, he'll be a sadder, wiser fellow. Kiss, kiss, my dear-dums, kiss, kiss. Pity to interrupt our bliss, but I shall take Berlin, returning in the twinkling of an eye. Till then, my dear-dum, don't cry. Goodbye, my dear-dums, bye-bye. Food I eat, wine I drink, you I love. What's to talk, what's to think, you I love. Waltz I dance, war I fight, you I hold through the night. Air I breathe, gold I spend, gun I shoot, horse I ride, and while heart beats inside, you I love.